All right, so I finished my circle of number 3s. And I'd kind of like to share with you a little secret that I do sometimes. Sometimes we might find that that we're a little bit looser in our beading than we'd like to be. And so what I do sometimes when that happens is I finished on this black. You can see already that I haven't gone back down into the leather to close off my circle yet. I would simply do one little trick. I'd slide underneath these beads to the red quadrant, and then I would simply go through those 3 beads again, slide underneath, sneak under this side into the yellow quadrant, slide through those yellow beads one more time, sneak under here to the white quadrant, go through those white beads one more time, and then finally back under to the black ones again and go through those 3 black beads one more time. And then what that helps to do is to kind of pull it all together. Now I won't do that on every single row, but I will do that when I feel that it's necessary to do so. Again, we've ended this row, so I need to go down into the leather at the end of my line, which is the end of the black right there. I'm going to bring it on down and pull it through. Nice and clean. Now I have to come back up because I'm going to start the third row of red. And so from here, I have to come up somewhere up here. Again, you can grab a bead if you like, kind of gauge for yourself where you want that to come up. Make sure you don't have a bead on your needle when you're going to do it. Turn it over, find yourself your spot. Make sure that you're happy with your spot before you pull your needle all the way through. So we are on rows of 5. When we do rows of 5, we need to do 2 beads at a time. But if we have 3 final beads, which we're going to in every single row, we can do 3 at a time next time. So we're going to do 2 beads first and then 3. So 1, 2 beads first. Okay, 2 beads always, unless it's necessary to do 3. 2 beads on. Now I'm going to push these beads up against this black edge before I put the needle down into the leather beside it. When I move into my 3 beads, I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to wrap those 3 beads nicely over to the other side. So I'm going to go down into the leather here, turning it upside down, pushing down on the needle, making sure it's where I want it to be, pulling it all the way through, seeing those beads wrap nicely next to those. Now I have to come back up. This is where this trick works really well. My thumb and my finger are in this quadrant. You can see the V right here. So this line is where I need to come back up. So I'm going to turn it over and I see that line right there. So this is the line. This is where I've gone down into the leather. This is where I need to come back up. So I'm going to simply put my needle where I think it should go there. Turn it upside down. Gonna give it a push. Gonna make sure that I like where it is before I pull it all the way through. Then back through the 2 beads. leaving it nice and clean and ready for me to grab 3 more beads. 1, 2, 3, because that will end it now. We are on row 5. 1, 2, 3, and look at how nicely those 3 beads wrap right around. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave them kind of sitting there. I'm going to get my needle over next to that black line where this can go in. Turn it upside down, down through the leather, give it a pull. Sometimes we get wrapped up a little bit. We just undo it. There we go. Give it a pull. And again, your thumb and your finger so you can turn around and see where you are. So we're in this quadrant here. This is my line that I went down through the leather. Okay, right here. Now I got to connect. Remember I said we were connecting the line, making it so that there's no break in the line. So from here to there, we want to create the line that should have been from here to here, which will cause where these beads are sitting to draw across completely here. So these are the first 2 red beads. That's what this line is for. I'm going to go at the end of that line right there and find that same spot and push through, because it will bring me up. It will bring me up, if you can see on the camera, right in front of these 3 beads. Very nicely right in front of those 3 beads. So I'm going to pull my needle all the way through and then go through those last 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. That's how we get 5. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time. So you can see I'm going to sneak underneath this black line as close as I can to the beads that I'm on. And pull it through. We have 5 yellows that we need to put on now, so I'm going to start with 2. 1, 2. I'm going to bring them down to sit nicely on top of here. And then put my needle up against the side of that last one. Push it down into the leather. Check that I like where it is. Pull it all the way through. You can use my thumb and my finger to find out which V I'm in. I can see that I'm in this one. I know I have to come back this way. I'm gonna gauge where I think the other side of that yellow is going to be. I'm gonna push it through and check to see if I like where it is. And I do. I do like where that is. Push it all the way through. Back through the 2 yellow beads. Now I only have 3 more left, so the rule of thumb says that if I have 3 beads left, I am welcome to put 3 beads on. There they are. Nicely wrap around those bottom beads. Make sure I'm coming in so that it can bend around more against the edge of that black. Turn it upside down. Make the needle go down into the leather. Flip it around. And I'm going to show you again. Here is our V quadrant. This is where we just came down into the leather. Okay. And we need to connect this line here. Okay. Just like you can see here now, that line continues along there. We're going to make this line continue, so I'm going to find that last hole right there so that those 2 lines can meet again. I'm going to come up through the leather. That's on the other side of those 3 beads. Pull my line all the way through. Go through the 3 beads. And then you can sneak underneath this black line right next to these beads that you just did. Okay, I'm going to finish off my line and I'll be back to show you more.